What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Low.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Nas.
And I'm Ty.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here. BTS, DNA live performance. I haven't really watched no live performances for some of these older tracks that we've listened to. So yeah, jump right into it.
My guys.
Okay.
J-Hope!
The missile.
They crowd be lit.
I want to learn the fan chats.
Jen.
You know why I'm here.
Hey.
It probably is the joint sometimes where it's a joint in the back too, and they singing on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's one of my favorite choreo joints.
You thought it was over? Let's go, V.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh.
That was awesome.
Footwork. DNA live performance. How y'all feel about that?
When it comes to cheese slices,
How do you feel about cheese slices? DNA live performance. How do y'all feel about that?
No crazy expectations because they always nail it. Yeah,
I expect nothing, like you said, I expect nothing less from them
Yep.
to go on stage and do their thing. Like,
DNA is one of those songs that you initially played or had us react to.
It's a milestone for them.
Yeah, definitely for them. It's not one of my favorites, but you know, I can always appreciate, you know, still because of the performance that they put on and everything like that. But I just like how everybody got their clip off. I always like the songs where everybody can get their clip off and it's not just, too much. So, Oh, something I wanted to address too, because like you guys were like talking to each other. I don't think these are redeemers. I think these are just some of them scavengers who don't fuck with us.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
people
yeah,
who like
yeah.
other shit who come into our comments and they be talking some, why y'all whispering to each other? You saying something bad about Bang Tan? You saying something bad about somebody? You're like little girls, whatever, like that. First of all,
26 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I've just grown to the point where like we would no longer really acknowledge negativity and just like,
true,
like,
and you know me.
some people I know you want
yeah.
to put in their place.
You
and
know,
just-
well, not even that. It takes a lot to even get me to respond to shit like that. But just to put it out there, like, we not afraid to say anything we want to say on here.
we are gonna have fun here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have honest reactions, and we're gonna do what we want.
We pretty much do what we want and run the shit how we want. The thing with us talking outside the mics usually is to be courteous, so we're not like,
So I'm not loud over the mic.
yeah, even though we already do that sometimes anyway, but we don't want to overdo it rather. So sometimes some stuff we would be saying to each other that, it's just like little things or whatever. Like
Sometimes we're asking questions about
Yeah.
the song or about the artist. So
Definitely, it's most likely it's a question like, what do you think of this or what do you think of that, whatever like that. Something that's just not necessarily going to help the reaction. Just like this isn't helping the reaction, but it's necessary.
Yeah, and me personally, I don't believe in pausing. I've never in my life
Hell
listened
no.
to music and paused it while I'm dissecting.
Because I mean,
music
we
in
could be
general.
like some reactors and just, oh my god, did you see that spin? Oh
Stop the presses.
Stop the presses.
wait, let me run that back real quick. Let me run that back.
I
Let
don't
me run
know
that
his
back.
name. Who was that did that? But ain't you been watching this shit for like 2 years, bro? You know what I'm saying? We could be fake
we
like
not,
that.
We're not trying to be fake with y'all.
But we keep it real. So shout out to all the redeemers out there. Shout out to all our patrons. I just had to get that off our chest. Sorry, how you doing? Y'all go ahead.
Y'all can get your clip off. How I feel about the DNA.
They don't miss on stage live.
What'd you say, Kurt? He bet 1,000.
Yeah, because that was it's ironic you said that. That's what Nas was asking earlier. Oh, not trying to like really be in here. He was asking, was the song layered on top of it too? And I know with them, those live performances, the vocals are real, but
Yeah.
just like any other group, they'll have like the back
track.
vocals tracks
Yeah.
on the same thing too as well.
That was kind of my thing, was just like, I mean, we know what they are on stage, man. Like,
Yeah.
they bring that heat every time. And you never don't want to watch. Like,
Never
it's,
feel cheated.
You never feel cheated.
Never feel cheated.
Fans, if you go to that
Westbrook
concert,
playing.
I'm pretty sure you feel like you won.
May
Because
not
there's
win, but
no
you
way
won.
you sitting there watching these brothers perform the way that they do with the energy they have, and you don't feel like, yo, I got my money's worth out of this. And I'm sitting here for free. I ain't pay a ticket to go to the show, and I'm watching it. And I feel like I won. I enjoy their live performances. It's always intriguing to see what they bring. Wasn't one of my favorite songs by them, but can't knock the performance, man. Top of the line every time.
can never knock their performance. Like you said, they always get on stage and give it 120% every time. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I respect about them the most, is they always give you that quality that any artist should give when they get on stage. So
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything like that, but they always give top-notch energy. The choreography is always amazing. The set pieces, as far as in regards to like the strobe lights and all those kind of like things, but it's motivated, of course, because it's literal DNA and like, you know, swirls and everything like that. But I mean, like they just always give their crowds like 110% every time, and it's, you know, after you see so many, you know, performances, and you're just like, you feel like you're almost saying the same things, but
They
it's
make it hard, bro.
no, but that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
they
That's
make it so
such
hard.
it's such a compliment, because, you know,
They that
you
good.
don't want to get into the mindset where you're almost looking for a flaw, where it's like, oh, this wasn't on level with that or anything like that. But one thing too, this was one of the really early reactions, I believe, in our K-pop dive, or at least, you know, in mine personally, and I do have a newfound appreciation for the song, and I loved it when it, you know, I first heard it. but it's not something I've continually gone back to. And seeing it brought to a live performance now with like more of a knowledge of the group, it's something that resonated a little better for me personally. I love the formation and the choreography when they were like arm in arm and like I don't want to say like almost like a zigzag. But
I'm sitting here like
yeah, nah, but it was like a zigzag almost kind of formation, but it was meant to be the DNA. Like we're literally all connected, and obviously the group is really connected. But it was just that like I just thought there was like really cool things that they did in regards to that. And echoing what you said, Lo, everyone felt like they did have their shine in that moment or in that performance rather. And I mean, you heard the crowd in the background. I mean, they definitely give it their all.
JK and Jen,
yeah, definitely. Like I said, we probably all gonna sound like broken records talking about them because they just check so many boxes, and at this point, not so much a nitpick. The only bad thing we ever gonna say about something is it's not our cup of tea. We'll just be like, this is a good joint to like kind of listen to, maybe not download it, maybe I'll listen to it if I'm with y'all, but it's just at this point they're so great it's gonna be just that. But yeah, DNA actually was one of the songs too prior to Dynamite and everything that I had listened to, like kind of getting to know them and everything. So it's weird. I have this weird thing with BTS where during the years I would always hear the music because I would kind of peek my head in the K world and shit. So this was one of the tracks I heard prior to all, everything else, and I was like, okay, this is cool, because they always had that sound, and we keep saying Macy's sound. They always had that sound like it would be in stores.
But
or something.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like I never heard Blood, Sweat, and Tears. When it
nah. And
that's the crazy part, because I'm telling you now, is like I said, the two songs that I know. Had I heard them during the time that they came out, I would have been like, "Who the fuck is this?"
I think
No More Dreams and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Anything off that Wings album for sure, but
it's my favorite album.
Definitely Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Sound like Meek Mill songs.
Huh?
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
No More Dreams. Hey, that's funny as shit.
It does.
But nah, had I heard them in 2014 or 2016, when it came out and everything, I definitely would have been like, "Okay, who the fuck is this?" and what's up? So
because how I take people's top five, if I ask y'all to list your top five BTS songs, it'll probably be based on feelings or when you met the group. This was, I think, their first video to ever crack 1 billion views and stuff like that when they did DNA. Like I said, each joint has kind of like a milestone. So if you was kind of around for that milestone, maybe it falls within that realm of what you like. This falls in the lane of music I like anyway and shit. Not in my top 5 or anything, but I fuck with DNA.
I always wonder, like when I hear tracks like this, is like I wonder if the beat comes first or if the lyrics are there and then they're looking for a beat that fits it or anything like that. But the only reason I'm saying that is because when you're thinking of the subject matter of the lyrics, like, like love, DNA, like our love will continue forever.
Just going right back to the convo.
Just kept and you're just thinking to yourself, like, it, like, just, I don't know, imagine being a producer, because the way that beat switches up, around the hook and everything, I'm just like, I don't know what would have, like, led to that decision, but I love it. Like,
yeah, it's like, do they go to, because I don't know if they produce this themselves. Do you go to your producer like, damn, I got this idea for a song. It's about me loving somebody so much that like our love is locked in. It's like DNA. It can never go away. Someone like, I have the perfect beat for you. Like,
that's what we were saying.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh, that was it. Or Sugar just like, I had one of these beats I just been holding for like a minute.
Yeah.
Like here.
One of the treasure things that we had reacted to, like when we were first getting exposed to, I remember I mentioned something about the love, and it was the heartbeat. Like it was like the drum, and it was like you can associate the drum with the heartbeat. And I was just thinking, like, I'm just trying to think of like the inspiration behind it. Not that it's necessarily relevant to the live performance, of course, but I just always find that
it's
like
relevant.
I just always find that like just interesting as far as like, how does like this decision lead to this?
I was gonna say it is relevant because I think a lot of times when you make a song, you think, okay, when we perform this, people are gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? With something like that. For instance, I know for a fact, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, when they first heard like the finished product of that shit is like, because the song is like very sexual in how they dance and express it. you know, they knew like, all right, look, like they gonna go crazy.
That'd be one of the most sexual. Anytime you're doing the crouch grabs.
Yo, when we watched
like
the live performance, bro, the camera's literally
Panned
panning
down.
to crotch grabs every time. I'm like, hey, yo, bro, chill the fuck out, dog.
Yeah.
I like the song and all, but hey, like,
Bust down music.
yeah, like that's literally all it is. But like, if you look at the lyrics, it's like, you know, kind of totally different story.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to like I'll find some more videos because we'll get into a point where we can react to that because just like that I love you thing, I wanted to do their mind process, just be like, all right, what's the most aggressive way we can say I love you and just spin a song on its head?
Yeah.
Because when you listen to the not to go on a tangent and talk about another artist, but when you listen to that track in particular, it don't sound like it's leading up to there, and then next thing you know that shit flip. And then it's just an EDM drop, and it's just like, wait, what happened? Like somebody punched you in the back.
Well, it's just like it's more so just like for how creative they are. Like I know Suge in particular, like at least with his solo work, he would people, the commenters were telling us, or Redeemers were telling us rather, that you know he would produce and all these other kind of things. And I'm just like thinking, like, do you hear a beat and you're saying that sounds like it's a love song, DNA, like, and then you arrive at, you know, the finished product of DNA, or is it something like I have this, but I don't quite know how to express it, and then you, like, I just find decisions like that, and you know, from a creative perspective, just really inspiring.
And they grew so much too, because now I think all of them are at the point where they're producing and writing and doing stuff too. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna let us know in the comments. Because everyone wasn't getting writing credits and doing everything all before, but I think at this point everyone has.
A lot of the early Johns, RM was writing.
This is RM doing a lot of writing. Sugar was doing writing. I know the rap line kind of was always earlier, if I'm not mistaken, easily writing and doing
and that
everything.
kind of like came with
that's what our Patreon members doing.
That stylistic change too, with not only how the music sounds, but the way they dressed and, you know, looked and everything like that. It went from you know, the hip hop b-boy or 2014 b-boy kind of style, wearing hood by air and shit like that, to kind of the schoolboy look. Then it got like, once you could tell once the other writers came in and the subject matter kind of changed, it got super flamboyant to kind of match the music and everything like that.
Which colored me ignorant. I just thought that was the progression of boy groups in general, like to be kind of come out and either if you came out, especially if you came out and you were angsty, you're gonna go through like that schoolboy phase, kinda, and then you'll go through like the love phase.
I think, well, it also depended on, because look at the last decade too. The 2010s was a very 80s-esque kind of decade with the.
Well, yeah, because I think one of the biggest boy bands would have been like One Direction early on. There,
and just the way they started dressing and everything like that too is.
I hated that song.
I love that song. It's okay. That's something else. Go ahead, love.
Basura. No, let me stop. But yeah, just the last decade, just with the style, people's style in general kind of changed and everything like that. And so this is kind of expected. I think they just kind of like doubled down on the flamboyance or whatever like that. Like I said, and with a song like Blood, Sweat, and Tears to be the song to come out with that too, or, you know, present that with is. It makes sense, so I get it.
Yep. Any other thoughts, Sean?
I got my clip off. I'm good.
I'm good.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Like I said, most likely it's probably be a Patreon like only type thing anyway.
Because we love y'all patrons.
Yeah, y'all know the vibes. Let us know, like in the comments. Just give us all the information and feedback from everything we talked about today. If we were correct, bless us with the proper information, and y'all know, do y'all thing, man. Bring us on.
You know how we do when it comes to Bang Tang, y'all. It's only one thing to say. But I